In this video, we offer a basic introduction to CitraTest OCR, text recognition. CitraTest scripts can use OCR to select, verify, or read dynamic text strings from the screen. So the scripts can process dynamic runtime input data that can't possibly be captured and represented using predefined images. And also the scripts can read dynamic strings and values and results from the screen during playback time. So selection is obviously done using click-on-text OCR. Validation or verification would be done using verify text OCR. And reading and dynamic text strings would be done using read text OCR. So in this example script today, we're going to navigate through a web page and we're going to dynamically select a company based on its symbol, Microsoft, MSFT. So we're going to use click on text to look for that as a text string and not as an image. And then it's going to select on Microsoft. And then once the next page loads, we're going to use OCR to validate that the dynamic text string appears, MSFT : NASDAQ. And then finally, we're going to use the OCR to read or screen scrape a dynamic text string from the page, which is the market cap. So we'll go over how to use each of those three operations, the click, the verify, and the read, and then we'll weave them into a short but realistic script. So the first instance of OCR in the script would be selecting the stock based on its symbol. So in this case, it would be MSFT, but your script might use a string variable to hold some dynamic input data. So in CitraTest, we would go to the scripting ribbon, open up text functions, select click on text, and we can have the text to click on. Now in this case, it's going to be an explicit string, but as I say, it could be a string variable as well. So you can enter the string, and we will use a search area for this. Now search areas are covered in another video, but a search area will limit the size of the screen that we're looking for. In this case, we have a search area that encompasses pretty much the symbol column. So that's where we're looking for this text string. And before we insert that into the script, we can use the test button, which will just simply go off and look at the screen and verify that it actually sees the string we told it to look for. And then, of course, you could click OK, and you would see the code that's generated. So in this case, it's the click on text function, the string we're looking for. In this case, it's a quoted literal string, could be a variable. And then, obviously, it's going to do a left button single click within this particular search area. So once the script does that, it would load another page where, of course, we would want to validate that the correct page loaded. We could, again, use another dynamic input string to look for the stock symbol plus NASDAQ. So again, this would be done using the text functions wizard. Verify text is really identical to click on text minus the mouse click. So with verify text, we would enter the text to select. Or I should say verify. And again, we would have a search area to sort of limit the region of the screen that we're looking at. In this case, we have a fixed search area that represents pretty much the top left quadrant of the page, within which the expected string should appear. So once we've selected those basic parameters, again, we can use the test button just to verify that the OCR sees that string before we code that into the script. And again, you would see verify text OCR, the expected string, in this case a quoted string, and then the search area. And then finally, after the script verifies that the correct page loads, we would do a few down commands, and then we would be trying to screen scrape or read the market cap value from the screen. So to represent this particular field of market cap, we're using a relative search area, which again is explained in another video. So simply, we have an image for market cap that serves as the anchor image, and then we're looking to the right of that for the search area to read from. So inside the script, we would use text function wizards yet again. This time it would obviously be the read operation. This time we would specify the correct search area, which would already have been captured, called market cap. And again, we can use the test button. Now, in this case, it's a read operation, so it's actually going to come back and report what it reads for that particular field. So that is the correct value, and we could go ahead and insert that into the script. So these three functions have already been inserted to the script below, a realistic script, and you can see that it weaves in some other navigation as well, such as starting from the main page, clicking a few links using bitmaps, and then using click on text OCR to find the dynamic text string, verify the dynamic text string on the next page, and then once it sees that, to scroll down and use read text to grab the market cap. Now you will notice that on the page where we're looking for Microsoft, it's going to initially load as a list, and the string we're looking for is not immediately visible. So we have to create a scroll type of operation where the script calls the click on text function until it passes. So you can see the code here is very simple. It just says do click on text until while it's not successful. So we also shorten the timeout to 1 second, so it will look, fail, and then scroll. And once it finds this particular string and the function is successful, it will exit the do loop and continue with the script. So this enables the script to create a page down or a scrolling effect until that string is found and the click on text passes. So we can play this script. I will erase these sample inserts we did, and we'll go ahead and compile the rest of the script that was pre-created, and then we'll just sort of back up the web page to the starting point. And you can see that the script will use a bitmap image to click on US, and then after the next page loads, it will use a bitmap image to click on NASDAQ, and then it will pick up with the OCR functions that we coded below. So most of the script, or I should say half of the script, is done using bitmaps, and the other half is done using click on text to find dynamic strings. You can see that the page scrolls as we programmed it to. Once the next page loads, it validates that the correct page for Microsoft loads, and then it finds the market cap and it pops up a little message box that just confirms to us that it read the market cap from the screen. So this is a basic introduction to CitraTest OCR and the three functions of click on text, verify text, and read text.